Fait qu'on parle, mais genre, je vais couper des bouts du vidéo. Non, mais c'est ça, je vais couper des bouts du vidéo.
Faut pas que tu parles pendant que ça joue. Parce que parce que le vidéo, pendant qu'il joue, faut qu'il voit. Nous, on va être en petit, puis ils vont voir notre réaction. Bon. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. So as we said in our last video, today we're gonna do a reacting to our first packing video. After living in Mexico for 3 months, we learned a little bit more about what we actually used and what we didn't use.
So yeah, we just want to give you a little insight on what was useful and what was not useful on our trip. Some things were used every day and some we got rid of in the first few weeks. Stay tuned, we'll get into that right now.
Right, let's do this.
Scissors are not meant to be used this way, just so you know.
Hey guys!
Hey!
Today our last day in our apartment. We're currently packing up and we're going to show you what we're going to bring in our backpacks.
So we had a bit of a mishap. We tried filming this video about a week and a half ago and we ended up realizing that not everything would fit in our old bags, so we bought some new ones and we saw the other ones online.
I remember when we tried to fit everything in a 25-liter backpack. We tried to be,
go well.
Yeah, we tried to be minimalist.
But there is ultra minimalism and like minimalism. I think since we work abroad and we need a lot of stuff just to be able to, you know, get paid and survive.
I think it would
we're still to the bare minimum of what we need, I think.
Yeah, I think if we were to do like a backpacking trip for like a month in the same country, it would be totally doable.
I'll get like a 19-liter, just get like only the essentials, my laptop, nothing else.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, we just need.
Now we try like we will probably go from country to country, and the weather can be really different, so we have to be prepared for everything or almost.
So we have some brand new bags. We're excited to show you what's inside. Alright, so first of all, the bag. I have an Osprey Park 140, which is the one I went for. It's 15 liters bigger than the one that we had before. So yeah, crazy color inside. I didn't know about it. That's true. Nice clothes. Not a fan of the big green. Right, so for the clothes here, I have a gray t-shirt here from Cotton, a Montreal company. I have 2 t-shirts from Outlier. I have a base layer, merino base layer for the legs, and 2. If we look at that cotton shirt, it's very nice, like a handmade, like Egyptian cotton shirt, but it was very thick.
Isn't it this one?
It's this one, yeah. Okay. And like for colder weather, like right now I think it's 20 degrees.
Celsius.
It's perfect, Celsius, yeah. But in Mexico, I couldn't wear that. If I wore that, it would be at night if it's like, you know, 25. But it's still too hot. Like I ended up sweating so much. I only kind of wore the Outlier shirts. And I just mentioned the base layer as well. This is kind of one of the things that we brought with us, just for in case.
We didn't know if we would go to Guatemala after and in like mountains.
Chile.
Yeah, somewhere like colder. So we didn't know.
Exactly. We didn't know if we wanted to go in the mountains or not, or when we would even come back. So that's like in case. I didn't wear it. I think I wore it once to go run under shorts because it was the morning and chilly, but it was like, you know, 15 degrees Celsius outside, so still not necessary. Yeah. Tank tops, because we're gonna go in a hot climate country, and that's a Japanese linen shirt, just a little bit more dress and also long sleeve. So if I want something cuter, I have some shorts here as well that also double as my bathing shorts, because that's a simple thing to minimize. First outfitting problem here, I only had one short for a bathing short and for regular shorts, which is fine when you don't go swimming. But if it's wet and you want to wear shorts afterwards, there's your problem. You can't wear anything. So I ended up buying
a bathing suit, right?
Yeah, a bathing suit, but I used them as shorts as well. They're now full of paint. I don't know if you saw them in the painting video, but it's now completely unusable. But they did serve their time, and for like I think like $7 is still definitely worth it. But yeah, I'm not gonna, you know, make that mistake again. I stress tested them, so they last about 4 days. I wouldn't do a 5th day with them. I did a 5th day and it's still not that bad. Just saying. I think it's a good. So I have my Patagonia coat here. pack's super small, but I think it takes too much room for me if I pack it.
I think I used your Patagonia coat more than you did as like a blanket.
Yeah, exactly. It's
like on buses, I was always cold, so I would wear my Patagonia coat and I would wear his like on me as a blanket. But
Yeah.
I don't think you would have used it if I like maybe once in Oaxaca, but that's it, I think.
Yeah, but it was raining.
Yeah.
But it was like the only reason. And the
Yeah.
other time we just got caught in t-shirts, so
Yeah.
it didn't matter. But yeah, it's only for that I'd bring it again.
Yeah, and if you would, we were supposed to go to Guatemala after, so I think it would be really useful, like if we.
I mean, it's a very nice coat. And it's like a windbreaker, but it reflects your heat, and it's also breathable, so you're not sweating through it. So it's like the best coat for
everything.
Yeah, kind of multi-purpose.
Yeah.
It feels a little like it's gonna tear easily, but it's stronger than I thought it would be. So it's like a very good surprise. Yeah, very good coat. But no, I didn't use it.
I did.
Yeah.
Soap, the shampoo and bar is coming as well.
Yeah, we didn't change anything for the toiletries at all. Everything's the same for me.
Back here I have just a brush,
Maybe
some
no brush.
condoms, deodorant, my razor, first aid kit with some aqua tabs to filter the water chemically. And yeah, thank you.
We never used aqua tabs.
No.
The reason being that everywhere, like in every hostel, there would be like big, like water fountain, and we would just fill up our water bottles that way. We did use our SteriPen. You'll see it in my bit. We did use it when we were in Cancun.
Yes.
The second time we were in Cancun, just before going back to Canada, because we were like stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's like a whole story.
Yeah, that's a whole story. Probably I'll talk about it in another video.
Yeah.
But we were there. There was like no grocery store. We didn't have any
There's
like
nothing.
cash money on us to
Yes.
take a cab to go to a grocery store. So we did drink the tap water, but we used our SteriPen.
We sterilized it.
Yeah, to
It took like
sterilize it.
maybe 3 hours for me to understand how it worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, that's like that week is a whole story and a whole video on its own.
Yeah, I think we brought the aqua tabs just in case we were, I don't know, on a hike
Yeah.
and our SteriPen didn't have any batteries left, like just like in a worst case scenario, but it didn't happen. So, would you bring like this back or just the SteriPen?
It depends again where we're going. I think that as a general traveler, maybe I'd bring it. It's very small.
Yeah,
and
it's like
it can
little
like save your
tip.
life if you need water. I very highly doubt that I'll be lost in the woods anywhere because I need to work 5 days a week with the internet, right? So I wouldn't, unless I get
Yeah.
like kidnapped, in which I probably won't have my aqua tabs with me.
Yeah, if we were to go like on a really
Yeah.
long hike, like
Yeah.
many days in a row.
Really like massive, like
But
7-day trails.
if we do that, it would mean we were on vacation and not working.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. It would depend the context.
But then I'd have my SteriPen charged and like
True.
you know like a solar charger to like charge stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's like something you need.
Yeah, and I think we love the SteriPen more because it's reusable.
Exactly.
Whereas the aqua tabs is just like one
And
time
it's not
use.
chemical as well. It's just UV light, so
Yeah.
there's no bad.
Things for your stomach. Yeah, I think aqua
Yeah.
tabs can cause like stomach aches. So,
So you can only use it so many times
Yeah.
before you have to stop.
yeah.
So yeah, we'd bring that back, but just in case again. But it's very small, to my defense.
Bandage, random stuff, but you don't want to get hurt and infected like it did happen to me before. I speak our experience.
Indeed.
Alright, so I have journal here just to be able to write some stuff down. I think it's always good.
Yeah,
I
I
think,
think we
like-
used it maybe the first week,
Yeah.
or
just,
to write like down a grocery list. But
Exactly.
we always have our cell phones, so
But,
it's not necessary.
Not sponsored, but I love the tool. It's called Notion. It's a free note-taking app that's cross-platform, meaning that you can, install it on your phone and on your computer. Again, not sponsored, but it's completely free, and I use that. And for me, it's like irrational to take something like physically in note if I can just put it there and it's like accessible by all my devices. So
Yeah.
I switched to that instead.
This is crazy. I found this yesterday. It's a compressible bag. It's actually pretty big, but it's a very sturdy bag, so I could bring that on a day hike. or like a 2-day hike, it would be big enough and
We did use
sturdy
that a
enough to last.
We did. So it did come in handy, but I would not bring that on a hike.
The straps.
It's sturdy at the bottom. The straps are they're not so bad,
Yeah,
but
not
like
so
it's
bad.
sturdy at the bottom. But then on the back, it's very thin. So if you have something like position like angled, it really you feel
It's
like
poking
yeah,
through.
exactly.
Yeah.
You're getting speared in the bag. It's not fun. Like I have to like get it out, make sure it's all set up, and then put it back very carefully because it's so thin. It doesn't protect your back or anything. So
Yeah. We have a
Like-
new solution for a day pack. We'll talk about it in the next video.
yes, it's gonna fix all our problems, and also be able to put some more stuff for a surprise that we have coming up. Anyway, back to the video.
Alright,
Struggles.
so sandals I was talking about earlier, my 2 sandals here, Luna sandals, I've had them for years. Actually, they can't break and they last forever. So it's just,
I will put a little caveat on that. I said they can't break and they last forever, but they don't. They don't last forever. They started ripping in a very weird way. So it's like this. You have like the Vibram thing on top, and then like the I don't know something else at the bottom. And they started like I mean I've had them for like almost 3 years at that point, but they started like ripping in half from the front to the back, and then from the back as well. And it
Yeah.
was just
When he was walking, it was like this.
like the
Like,
other half was
clapping
like at the
together.
bottom. I was like, they're fine, it's okay. I'll buy some crazy glue, you know, like strong glue and glue it together, which I tried and it kind of worked, but then it ripped again and it was like unfixable at that point. So I was just like, okay, let's get some new one. I actually put them in the trash. I think in Cancun.
Yeah.
Airport?
And you bought new ones in Montreal.
I bought new ones
when
back,
we came back.
Yeah.
After our quarantine.
Yes, great times.
again, utensils here, so chopsticks, knife, fork, and spoon.
We did use that one.
We did use that, but it's also
Wait, like.
we did use that, but it was a cause of getting stopped at the customs. I had a knife.
Yeah, you had a butter knife. It was seized at the U.S. Border.
Yes, for
control.
a very good reason. I understand. Yeah, I ended up getting bamboo cutlery.
Yeah, just like
and-
mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Here I have some batteries for my mouse, keyboard stuff.
If you just go back, okay. I have like, how many batteries do I have?
Mouse, keyboard stuff.
I say mouse, keyboard, and stuff, but my mouse doesn't require batteries.
And spoon.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Um,
And it's still funny because I still have those batteries. What my point is okay, if we look, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 batteries. And my keyboard at that time needed 2 batteries to function properly, and they lasted for the whole trip and even more. They still have the same batteries in. My mouse doesn't need batteries, so and like we're not in countries where there's no batteries. Like there's no need to bring any unless we go on a trail, and still the GoPro doesn't need batteries.
I guess you can always buy some
Like it's not
overseas.
necessary.
My wireless mouse, actually the batteries died, but I was back in Quebec. It was like this summer, so
Yeah.
I was good for. I didn't use them
Like
either.
you can just go to the convenience store and buy batteries for
Yeah.
like $2 and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like it's not necessary to bring that. I won't bring that again.
So.
Nation booklet. and this little book
You
as
okay?
well, some
No.
cards. Glasses for my. This is the case for my glasses. And this is our climbing stuff. So
Very good at
climbing
speaking.
shoes. And I have some chalk.
wanna
and some
talk about
liquid
that?
chalk in here as well. I
Sure.
might have to remove them for the airplane.
Okay,
This
yeah.
is the sad moment in the video. From Chicago to Cancun, I had the brilliant idea to detach my shoes from my bag because I thought, hey, it doesn't fit. It's gonna fit that way.
You mean in the overhead?
I mean in the
bin
overhead, yeah.
In the plane. Yeah.
So when we actually got moved to first class because there was room and we looked like we needed help. I don't know. I don't know why. So we moved and I moved my bag and I forgot my shoes and I think they're still in the plane waiting for me. I put up posters in the streets of Chicago.
Alright, so computer stuff here. So I have my computer and then a portable keyboard, mouse, and this is a little stand where I can prop up my computer like this. So I don't have to
break my neck every time I work. Went to headlamp here. This is a travel adapter where I can really fast on that, but I do not have a cover or a case for my computer, and it was a very bad idea.
The headlamp,
Yes.
we actually like it was
came
the
in
only
handy.
thing I wasn't sure we were gonna use, but it actually was really handy because in Mexico, where we were in Puerto Escondido, every time it rained, we lost power in the whole city.
For like a couple hours at least.
Yeah, so one time it happened, we were having dinner with a couple from Merida. We were like making dinner, cutting vegetables, and then the power went out because it was raining a lot outside.
It was like, yeah. We
But-
couldn't see the steps outside because there was like at least a foot of water on top of it. It was crazy.
Yeah, but the stove was working with gas and not
Yeah.
electricity, so we could still cook, but we couldn't see anything. So the headlamps were really
Yeah.
useful for that, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
I would bring it back, and it's really small.
It's a
so-
must have.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere in the world and have able to plug it.
I didn't use that yet, but we did go only to a North American country,
This
so
is my
it's gonna come in
wires.
handy.
So
Anyway.
just headphones. I have just cables to plug everything. Cables to.
I don't want to spend too much time on this because it frustrates me, but this was the most painful thing to do in my day, was to find the right cable in that orange dreadful bag. And I've remedied to the situation, but man,
You'll see it in our next video.
yeah, it was.
It's my computer charger, some pens and crayons. That's always fun, and some GoPro accessories, as well as the GoPro itself. That's filming this, but that's gonna be in this bag.
Those GoPro accessories did not last long. We only used one, and it's called the Floaty. It's like an orange handle that you can use that floats. So if you're in the water, it's like you're not gonna lose your investment.
We had like a Gorilla stand. We kept this because sometimes when you want to film and when you're like in an awkward area, it can be useful, but that's
definitely.
the only thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Moving on. So as you can see here, it's very messy. It's not packed well. It's kind of stuffed in there, and that became kind of an irritating point in the travels. It's like
have this day pocket here.
as if I was looking for something, it was somewhere in the big pocket, but it was not anywhere that I knew of. So I had to like look every time, and organization was definitely a hassle for that. And especially in the top pocket, there was the computer, and if I wanted to open it up, the computer would kind of make the bag collapse. So I'd lose a lot of space in the main compartment. So it was hard to pack as well because I couldn't just leave it open, pack it properly, close it, because there was weight issues.
A little glasses cleaner, a pen, and the juice for my glasses as well.
Juice.
And here I have a multi-tool, which is without a blade, so I can carry it on a plane.
Yeah, very bad idea here. I didn't even go through the customs because there was like a saw blade that I could remove, but I didn't. So I lost that, and I decided not to bring any multi-tool at all to not get problems, and I didn't get any. So yeah, lesson learned.
Options inside as well from Gerber. But this is it. That's my backpack. I usually don't use the waist straps here, so I let them hanging. But that's what it looks like when it's finished.
A lot of stuff hanging from my bag. That didn't go well.
Hi everyone, I'm going to show you what I'm bringing in my backpack.